What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be doing a quick unboxing and sort of a first impression come review, you could call this, of Rasasi Hawas Kobra. Rasasi Hawas for him Cobra, as we can, you know, see it from the box. The reason I say this would be a first impression come review is that I am unboxing this fragrance. However, this is not the first time I've actually used this. A friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, actually has this in his collection, and I've had a good amount of wearing from this, so I have some thoughts on this. Of course, there's no guarantee that each patch will be the same, so I'll get into the fragrance and what it's like. First, let me go ahead and unbox it. So, coming to the box itself, let's get to the ASMR part. Never mind, this is gone for a six. So this box is actually a very reflective box. It has some kind of lines on it, which is not anything, it's just printed. This snake skin pattern here is actually embossed. So is this Habas and this whatever is written in Arabic or whatever language that is. These three things are embossed. For him is not, although it's a bit holographic sort of, as you can see. 100 ml EDP, 3.38 fluid ounces. I don't know what this is. Some kind of regulatory information, I guess. Ingredients. Your month of manufacture is September 2025. Some kind of holographic sticker here. I don't know what. So holographic sticker for a dupe. So this is to be said, I'm not a fan of dupes actually. This is the second Rasasi I've ever bought. It's supposed to be a dupe of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. I've never tried that perfume as such. Nothing else in the box. Very simple box. And the only other Rasasi I owned previously was Havas. For him, the purple juice one, which is supposed to be a clone of Invictus Aqua. And I did like that fragrance a lot, but I have two Invictus Aquas now. And the dry down in that is somewhat different from Invictus Aqua. Like, it wasn't like that initially. It got a bit more balsamic as it matured over time, but I didn't really like that, so I sold that off. So let's go over the bottle itself. Very reflective bottle, as you can see. It says Cobra for him. Something written. Okay, this is all embossed, by the way. The print is very thick, or I should say, you can feel it. You can't definitely see through this. This is painted on. Let's see what this says, if anything at all. Hawas Cobra, made in Dubai, UAE, EDP. That's it. Oh, yeah, the quantity. Nothing on the sides either. Same cap from my original Havas. The only thing is that one didn't have Rasasi on it. I guess this is a new edition. I had the Havas long back, say about 4 or 5 years ago now. Same snake leg or whatever this is. Gunmetal colored. Oh, is this leaking? Oh no, I don't know what that is. It is sort of leaking, I suppose. I don't know. There is some kind of oil on it, but anyhow. Gunmetal sprayer. Let's do the first sprays. Yeah. So it opens up very, very, very fresh. I've seen a few reviews that state that this has a very alcohol blast opening or something like that. I got that. The only perfume which I got that from was Club de Nuit Intense Man, which was a piece of trash. But this right away, I don't think it has any kind of harshness to it. It's definitely a piercing. Well, piercing is a harsh word, but it's a very strong opening. So it's got bergamot and tangerine in the opening, which you can definitely feel. It's a very in your face opening. It's a very loud projector right off the bat. And it has a bit of ginger as well in the opening. So, from what I remember from my friend's bottle, now the what is to be seen is if this matures the same way as that bottle, I don't know if it will. Generally, when brands, designers, niche brands, even more so, when they sell a product, they let it sit for 3 4 months to macerate in their factories. Yeah, so it is sort of leaking, I'd say. Something There is something, as you can see, there's some kind of, but I don't know if it's the fragrance. So yeah, this citrus opening. Oh yeah, coming to the, sorry about that. Anyhow, coming to the maceration part, as you can see, this was manufactured in September 25. This is December, start of December, so barely October, November, 2 months of just sitting there. So this will definitely get stronger over time. So yeah, coming to the fragrance and my experience with it, I think anyone can pull this off, even though it says for him. I haven't tried the original Imagination, so I cannot comment on how close this is. I'm generally not a fan of clone fragrances, and I never generally buy them. This one, however, just smelling it off my friend's bottle, it smelled so fantastic and upscale. There was nothing harsh about it. I was so impressed with it. I just had to buy it. I'm just talking about this fragrance as standalone because like I said, I haven't tried Imagination, and if it is even 80% similar to this, I think it's way too overpriced for the scent profile for what it is. And so yeah, coming to the scent profile, once the initial opening of the ginger and citruses fade, which it does very quickly, this fragrance settles into something of a neroli dominant fragrance with a very, very slight touch of spice to it. That is the cinnamon in the fragrance, I believe. And it also has a touch of tea in it. The tea note, the way I recognize it, is it's not exactly one to one, but it sort of reminds me of this fragrance here. This is Hermes' L'Ombre de Merveille. This is a black tea fragrance with the incense in the dry down. Very different fragrance actually, but uh, I guess the tea note in this somewhat reminds me of this fragrance. Very, very unexpected correlation that I made between them. So it stays like that for a good while, and from when I wore it last, it projected for about 2 hours or so. Pretty good projection. Initially, it is very loud, but it forms into a good scent bubble eventually. And post that, this fragrance becomes musky scent in its later stages. Say about, it lasted on skin about 6 hours or so, but that is how it is. It's not particularly very complex or anything. It's a very linear fragrance, and for what it's worth, for what it costs, I think it's a very good daily signature scent, especially in hotter weather. Of course, you can wear this throughout the year. There's nothing like you need to wear this in hotter weather or cooler weather. And as I said, age range, I can see, and even pulling this off, men or a woman, anyone. It's a very versatile fragrance and certainly worth having. A long time, I mean, it's been a long time since I had a Havas in my collection, like I said, or a clone fragrance. Well, for me, as I haven't smelled the original, I can't really comment on whether this is a clone or a standalone fragrance, but just going by the common consensus. Other than that, I don't think there's much to talk about. Like I said, 6 hours or so of total longevity, which is very good for a freshie. Not sure why the tacky name with the cobra and why it is completely reflective black and all, considering it's a freshie. Perhaps, I don't know, it would have been nice if it had a transparent see-through bottle such as Imagination does. Perhaps something like this. Very nice to look at. But it doesn't really matter. It's the juice that counts. Of course, very good looking bottle nonetheless, but it will have to be cleaned over and over. And it's a mirror, as you can see. Trying not to reveal my face here. All right, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Like and subscribe. Peace out. And yeah, any questions, just drop in the comments and try and answer them to the best of my abilities, right? Thank you for watching.